it never freezes. We've had a severe drought here this summer, so thanks to our springs, we still have water running down our streams here in Dogwood Canyon. Folks, I need to answer this radio call, so hold on just a second. I'll be right back with you. Sorry about that, folks. Over here to the right, you're going to see a sign that says 7 Mule Pass Nature Trail. That's our unpaved hiking trail. That's the entrance to it. I will show you where the exit is a little bit further on a tram today. Remember that little entrance right there, the unpaved hiking trail, 7 Mule Pass. Now, there are actually 3 streams that flow through Dogwood Canyon. The one stream we won't be observing today is called Hobbs Creek. Hobbs Creek is flowing behind us, parallel with Highway 86. It's mostly known for its lead and zinc mine. It was in production from the Civil War all the way through World War II. No longer is in production today, but you can still see some old concrete pillars back there at Hobbs Creek Mine. Now, the other 2 streams we're going to be crossing over and driving through today are Little Indian Creek and Dogwood Creek. We're going to follow Indian Creek for approximately 3/4 of a mile until it meets up with Dogwood Creek. So those are 2 main streams here in Dogwood Canyon. Back in 1990, when Johnny Morris bought this property, he had some archaeologists come do some exploring here in the canyon. They found some pretty interesting things. If y'all look to the left of the tram, you're going to see 2 large crevices in that bluff. On the right-hand crevice, about 3/4 of the way up, you're going to see a cave entrance. There's a little tree growing right to the bottom of that cave there right now. Inside that cave, they found a human burial site. And using radiocarbon dating, they dated those bones back to 960 AD. Now, they called it a bundle burial because the body was left to decompose in a different location. The people gathered the bones together and placed them inside that cave. So those bones date back to 960 AD. Then 4 years later, in 1994, they found 3 more human burial sites on the left-hand crevice, just above the water in that grassy spot. Springs that feed our streams. Over here on the left, you're going to see 6 Stump Spring. You can see the water bubbling up from the ground right there at a 6 Stump Spring. 6 Stump Spring puts out about 35,000 gallons of water a day. You can see the watercress growing there at a 6 Stump Spring. Now, the water comes out of the ground between 55 to 57 degrees in temperature. So we always have nice, cool, fresh spring water being pumped into our streams, which is ideal for rainbow trout. Again, they got to have that cool, fresh water. So it comes out of the ground between 55 and 57 degrees. By the time it reaches a pool area down there by the store, the water's probably closer to 65, 70 degrees on a day like today. On a hot 100-degree day, it warms up around 75, 80 degrees, which is really warm for rainbow trout. It gets so hot, there's not much we can do about that. That's what makes Dogwood Canyon ideal trout fishing stream, because you have those springs that constantly supply our stream with fresh, cool water. Now, folks, over here on the right-hand side of the tram, you're going to see the Chuck Wagon site. Chuck Wagon site is used for outdoor wedding receptions. We also have a dinner tram that goes out every Saturday night throughout the summertime. 5:30 p.m. It goes out. It'll be the same kind of tram tour you folks are taking, but they'll stop here for a old-fashioned Chuck Wagon style barbecue, grill some hot dogs and hamburgers, roast some marshmallows, make some s'mores, and they have entertainers that sing for you while you dine. Howdy, Jim. This is Jim, and the Segway is over here on the left-hand side. So Jim will teach you how to ride a Segway, and we'll get a chance to see the park on the Segway. There are lots of fun. Overmark kangaroos right there. The Segway is pretty amazing machine. It is. segways go out today at 1, 3, and 5 this afternoon. So. Also going to see some beautiful birds. Probably our biggest bird around here is the great blue heron. It's a long-legged crane-looking type bird. They'll be singing alongside the stream looking for some rainbow trout for dinner. So they are excellent fishermen. We also have a bird called a kingfisher, a little bit smaller bird. They too like to feed on some more of the smaller fish like crawfish and some of the minnows. Of course, we have a variety of hawks, eagles, owls, woodpeckers. We got some beautiful cardinals and indigo buntings. So there's lots of beautiful birds here in Dogwood Canyon. You guys can see some fish right there on the left-hand side. There's some rainbow trout. I'm going to throw some food out there for them and see if they'll respond. They've been a little bit slow here lately because it's been so hot. We'll see if they're getting a little more frisky in the cooler water. Yeah, they're still not very hungry this morning. These rainbow trout, you can see they're real beautiful fish. They have a little pink stripe on the side, which lets you know they're rainbows. These guys here are probably 1 to 2 pounds. We're going to find some in the glory hole that weigh closer to 8, 9, 10 pounds. So we do stock our stream with rainbow trout. We get our rainbow trout from a fish hatchery near Missouri. And we put in 1 to 5 pounders. We're going to put in between 5,000 to 6,000 pounds of rainbow trout a year. You might find a few bass inside our streams. We only stock it with rainbow trout, but there are a few brown and some bass. Most everything you're going to find inside our water is rainbow trout. Of course, rainbow trout are beautiful fish. They're hard to catch, and they're also good eating. So if you've never tried a trout sandwich before, we do serve a smoked trout sandwich at our Canyon Cafe. You can try some trout today. Now, folks, over here on the left, you're going to see our tallest waterfall. It is 60 feet tall. We call it Thunder Falls. I'm going to drive real slow here so you guys get some good shots of Thunder Falls. Thunder Falls is used for outdoor wedding ceremonies. We also have some church baptismals here at Thunder Falls. A lot of couples like to use it for a wedding backdrop. You can see how the two streams join into one, which symbolize a marriage union. Usually have some couples on board that say, and see how it gets rough and rocky on the way down, to symbolize a marriage union. I didn't say that, but some couples sometimes do. Thunder Falls is also used in a movie back in the early 90s. There was a film shot right here in Dogwood Canyon. About 85% of the movie is filmed here. It's called Ozarks, Legacy and Legend. If you go to the Branson IMAX Theater, you will see there as a movie selection, Ozarks, Legacy and Legend. Again, about 85% of that movie is filmed right here. It's not a documentary, it's an action movie, but it gives you a good idea of what life was like here in the Ozarks back in the 1800s. If you are a Haygood family fan, they were the featured family in that movie. Again, it was filmed back in the early 90s, so they were just filming back then. It's a pretty good old film. If you get a chance to see it, make sure you do. If you don't get a chance to see it on the big screen at the IMAX Theater, we also have it available on DVD back at the store. So ask the ladies there for the Ozarks Legacy and Legend DVD. You will enjoy that. Hold on a second, folks. About twice as tall as the first one. It got broke off in a snowstorm here a couple years ago. We call it three shoots pine. Now, The legend has it that the Indians and settlers used to tie down young trees with leather straps. They would point them in a direction of a shelter area, a cave, some kind of landmark along the trail that they would point to. You can see that Three Shoots Pine points towards the cave entrance there on the right-hand side. They called those trees thong trees. Thong trees, quite a name for them. There's lots of thong trees here in these Ozark Mountains. If you Google it online, you will see that there are along lots of trails here in these Ozarks pointing towards landmarks. So we had some pretty smart Indians running these hills years ago. Now, of course, because we have so many bats, we don't have near as many mosquitoes as you folks have up there in Iowa. We do have enough ticks and chiggers to make up for a lack of skeeters, so I'm not sure what's worse, but it's kind of fun to watch those bats fly out at night, catch those insects. I'm going to take you on top of this bridge. If you look to your right, you're going to see a beautiful waterfall just at the bend of the stream. It makes a real pretty picture with all the weirs and the waterfall there in the background. I will actually pull you around closer to that waterfall. I was going to point it out to you so you can see that. It's a real pretty snapshot there. This bluff here on the left, we also cleaned this bluff off with some backhoes and high pressure air sprayers to give you a good view of our limestone layers and rock formations. A little cave back up here on the left hand side, about halfway up this bluff. So lots of limestone here in these Ozark Mountains. Also our teepee right there, we had 3 Native American women that were out here last fall. They actually go across the country, they sew those teepees together by hand. They were out here with chainsaws, cutting those posts to fit just right. There's actually a fire pit there on the inside of that teepee. We can actually burn fires there in the fall and the winter time. A little smoke coming out of the top of that teepee, kind of cool. We use it for kids demonstrations, like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, kids clubs. We kind of teach them what life was like for the Indians back years ago living in teepees. So it's been a nice new addition here to Dogwood Canyon Nature Park. Our Indian teepee. Also up here to the right by this waterfall, this is a pretty interesting spot. We call it Great Spirit Rock Shelter. We believe the Osage Indians used this for a summer dwelling place, primarily from 800 to 1200 AD. Now the Osage Indians had permanent homes along the Missouri River and the Osage River, but they would make hunting trips through the Ozarks, usually in the summertime or the fall. And they would stay here at this particular spot on those hunting trips. Hunting for deer, for elk, for bison, for bear.
Yeah, that's far quá. Tóc quanh dần dần cho nó dần dần ra được. Bên đây cho nó lại đây nè. Bỏ dần dần cho nó lại.
Muốn không con
Điện đây nó liện một nhúm nó nghe động nó lại. Bên đây cá nhiều lắm anh, cá lớn không mà anh xin thức ăn anh thả xuống nó đông lắm. Đương nhiên. Lexi
ở nhà có đôi sao?
Lexi cá đây nhiều lắm nè, quăng đoạn cá lớn lắm, quăng đoạn xuống nó lên.
No. Those fish, the golden trout is native up in the Sierra Mountains in northern California. And you cross them with a rainbow trout, so called the golden rainbow is the color. Pretty unique fish right there.
Nó có túi đúng không? Messi.
Trồng cả nhà đi, cả nhà đi.